everyone. This is Karen.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Shane.
Today, we're looking at part 2 of Henry Cavill.
Bringing Superman to life.
And the vocabulary words are monster.
Monster.
Alice's daughter believes that a monster lives in the closet.
Monsters do live in closets.
Really?
It's true. Just kidding. Don't be scared. Detective.
Detective.
The detective stayed up all night trying to solve the case.
Association.
Association.
The Teachers Association will hold an emergency meeting later tonight.
Ambassador.
Ambassador.
People think of Mike as an ambassador of the sport.
Proof.
Proof.
I think that Jane is spreading lies about me, but I have no proof.
She is.
Oh, I can't believe it.
We'll go talk to Jane later.
Okay.
First, let's talk about Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, the good-looking actor.
Yeah, so this is called Bringing Superman to Life, but in the first part, we hadn't talked about Superman yet.
That's right.
Because that was his early career, and a lot of people really didn't know him, especially internationally, until he finally got the part for Superman.
And I think that's a perfect role for Henry Cavill.
He looks like a Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Perfect for that. And he's been in Mission Impossible.
And a lot of big, well-known films, right?
But not only films, also TV shows.
That's
we talked
right.
about The Tudors before, right? But now he's in The Witcher.
Oh, okay, the famous TV series, right?
Yeah, right. And it was a video game before. And in fact, he really enjoyed the video game. So when he got to play a leading character as one of the monsters, a monster hunter, right? He was pretty excited about that.
He really enjoyed it, right?
Like a dream come true.
But aside from all the success that he had, I think he also did a lot of charity work.
Right. He's given back to the community, right?
That's
I
right.
remember back a long time ago, it was 2014, he participated in the Ice Bucket Challenge.
For ALS, right?
right.
Raising awareness for ALS.
So he's a good-looking guy, and he has a good heart.
And he is a superhero in real life.
Sounds like me.
I guess so.
Why did you pause?
I was thinking, yes, of course. Okay, enjoy today's lesson.
Just go.
Aw, I don't mean that.
Henry Cavill, bringing Superman to life.
In 2011, Cavill landed his breakout role, playing Superman in the DC Extended Universe. He hasn't looked back and has since starred in many hit films, such as Mission Impossible: Fallout.
Hello and welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kim. And the last time we were here, we were talking about the actor Henry Cavill, who is best known for playing Superman. But in the beginning, we saw his rise from an inspiring acting student to his breakout role in The Tudors.
That's right, a chance encounter with Russell Crowe when he was just 16 really sparked a passion in him for acting, and then he went on to big success right away.
Go, Henry.
Well, not exactly. He tried out for Harry Potter. He didn't get the job. And then he tried out for...
Twilight.
Twilight. He wanted to be a vampire, but they said, yeah, no, you can't drink any blood, sorry. And then later on, he could have been 007 James Bond, but that other guy...
Daniel something.
Daniel
what's
Craig.
his name? Something
Yeah,
like that.
He got that job. But eventually, in 2007, right, he got a job on...
The Tudors.
The Tudors, and that was the one that made him a big star. It was a popular show. Did you actually watch The Tudors?
I never watched it, but I heard a lot about it.
Me too. I wanted to watch it. I planned to watch it, but yeah, I never watched it. But a lot of people did, and that's what brought Henry Cavill's to a lot of people's attention, got him some recognition, and led to bigger parts, but he's still not Superman. What's going on? So eventually he's going to become Superman, and it probably will happen today. So let's check out the first sentence of our article. It says, in 2011, Cavill landed his breakout role, playing Superman in the DC Extended Universe. Finally, he's Superman.
That's awesome. And
Good.
he hasn't looked back and has since starred in many hit films, such as Mission Impossible, Fallout with Tom Cruise.
That's right. I was about to say I've never seen Henry Cavill but I have in the Mission Impossible movies. Yeah, they kind of gave Tom Cruise a kind of gang of assistants.
Yes.
Right? And he was one of them. So there you go. Another big role. Superman, Mission Impossible. He is on the fast track now. Let's take a break and then we'll be back with more about Henry Cavill today and in the future.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们在第一天的课文读到说 ，Henry Cavill 在16岁的时候巧遇电影明星罗素克洛，之后呢，他就知道自己要成为明星了，决定要念戏剧来踏上演艺之路。虽然没有拿到《哈利波特》《暮光之城》和庞德的角色，但他总算在2007年成为《都铎王朝》这部知名电视剧的主角之一。那么接着在2011年，他获得了突破性的角色，也就是在 DC 漫画改编成的电影系列里面当中来饰演超人。从那时起，他就一帆风顺，演出了很多热门电影。Mike 老师这时候说 ，He is on the fast track now。好，那么 fast track 字面意思就是说快车道，用来比喻说快速成功之路，最快速而且可以直接到达成功目标的方法。好，那这边还有一个重点是省略对等连接词的分词构句。好，我们用对等连接词 and 去连接两个主词相同的子句时，可以省略 and， 然后省略其中一个主词，再把那一句的动词改分词。如果你这个动词是主动，我们就改成现在分词 VING； 如果它原本是被动，就用过去分词 PP。好，那我们来造两个例句哦。The castle was built in the 12th century.And the castle is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the city. 有没有看到前后主词相同，都是 the castle？ 那我们现在来省略连接词 and， 然后省略前半句的主词 the castle。动词的部分呢，有没有看到 was built？ 它是被动，所以就只要保留过去分词 built。句子就变成 Built in the 12th century, the castle is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the city. 建于12世纪，那座城堡是城市里最受欢迎的旅游景点之一。好，再试一个例句哦。She was upset and she locked herself in her room. 有没有看到前后主词相同，都是 she？ 我们就可以来省略连接词 and， 然后省略前半句的主词 she。然后再把动词 was 改成现在分词 being， 那句子就会简化成 being upset, she locked herself in her room。 好，注意一下，其中这个 being 常常会被省略，所以我们可以再简化成 upset, she locked herself in her room。 她很不开心，把自己锁在房间里。好，那所以下次同学们，如果你再看到形容词逗号主词加动词这样的句型结构，就要记得这个形容词其实它是从分词构句 being 形容词省略 being 而来的哦。好，我们接着回到课文中。
Henry Cavill, bringing Superman to life.
More recently, he stepped back onto the small screen.Since 2019, he has starred in the popular series The Witcher, based on the book series and video games of the same name. In the TV show, Cavill plays a brave monster hunter named Geralt of Rivia, which was the perfect role for the actor because he had enjoyed the video games. Cavill also got a chance to play a classic English character, Master Detective Sherlock Holmes, in 2020's Enola
Holmes.All right, so we're back with Henry Cavill. He's Superman. He's doing lots of stuff. When he's not Superman, he's Tom Cruise's buddy in the Mission Impossible movies. But he's got many other things going on. And yeah, for a guy who started off or first got recognition on television, he's going back to TV. Or as it says, more recently, he stepped back onto the small screen. When we see the small screen, we're talking about television. The big screen or the silver screen, that would be movies. So he's going back to television. And it says from 2019, he has starred in the popular series The Witcher, based on the book series and video games of the same name. Yeah, a lot of people might know the video game, right?
Yeah,
especially
sure.
Witcher 3 was very popular. I didn't know that it was a book series before that, too.
A lot of media is doing that these days.
Yeah.
Books become movies, video games become books. There's a lot of crossover happening.
That's right. But if you like big people and big muscles and big swords killing big monsters, The Witcher is definitely up your alley.
Right. So, in the TV show, Cavill plays a brave monster hunter named Geralt of Rivia, which was the perfect role for the actor because he had enjoyed the video games.
Oh, we have something in common. I enjoyed the video games too. He has bigger muscles, but we like the same video games. And yes, in the book, in the game, and in the television show, Geralt of Rivia is the Witcher, and he's killing monsters. Big monsters with a big sword, and he needs big muscles, which is why I don't kill monster. Because a monster is a terrible, vicious beast, like an animal. But we're not talking about a real animal, like a lion or a tiger or a shark or something like that. We're talking about a vicious monster or beast that comes to us from the world of fiction, from stories and films and fairy tales and places like that. A vampire, a werewolf, Godzilla, the creature from the Black Lagoon. These are the types of beasts and monsters that we're talking about. Not real ones that exist out in nature, but things that come to us from imagination, from stories and fairy tales and places like that. For example, Alice's daughter believes that a monster lives in the closet. Of course, there's not a monster in the closet, it's just her jacket.
Are you sure?
But at night, it looks like a monster. I'm pretty sure.
At night, it actually is a monster.
It could turn into a monster, only in a film, though. All right, back to the article. It says Cavill also got a chance to play a classic English character, Master Detective Sherlock Holmes, in 2020's Enola Holmes. I didn't know that.
Wow,
so there
Sherlock
you go.
is classic.
It
a classic
is.
character
He
in
must
literature.
play the younger, more muscular version of Sherlock Holmes.
I'm sensing a trend in the characters
Sherlock
he plays.
Holmes is normally a little older and skinny. But anyways, if he's playing the younger version of Sherlock Holmes, hey, why not put Henry Cavill in that role? And you can see that in Enola Holmes.
Yeah, now Sherlock Holmes is one of the most famous detectives in all of literature. What is a detective? A detective is a police or private investigator, the kind of person that goes out and tries to find clues to figure out what happened during a crime. They want to find out who's responsible, what happened. They go and look for clues. For example, the detectives stayed up all night trying to solve the case. They're working very hard to figure out what happened and who did it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a police officer, right? But they're trying to solve the mystery and catch the bad guy rather than just stopping the crime. You actually go out and find the clues that lead you to the criminal. Very interesting role. I didn't know about Enola Holmes. I have to check that out. All right, well, it's time for another quick break, and then we'll be back with more about Henry Cavill and some of the things he's into doing when he's not in all of these big movies and TV shows.
最近 Henry Cavill 重返电视，他从2019年开始在这个猎魔士当中来担任主演。这出受欢迎的系列剧啊，是改编自同名的系列书和电玩游戏。那么 Henry Cavill 他在里面饰演一名勇敢的兽魔猎人，这对他来说是完美角色，因为他很喜欢玩那个电玩游戏。那我们先补充一下，文中用到 small screen 小荧幕，指的就是电视。那如果我们说 big screen 或者是 silver screen 大荧幕，那就是电影咯。好，这边还有一个单字是 monster 它表示怪物、怪兽。麦克老师刚刚用到 vicious 这个字来形容怪兽，它是凶恶的、恶毒的。那我们来拼一下 vicious 是 V-I-C-I-O-U-S。老师还有列举一些怪物的例子，像他刚刚有提到什么吸血鬼啊 vampire、狼人 werewolf， 还有库斯拉 Godzilla 等等。老师还有提到一个是 creature from the Black Lagoon。这部电影的中文名称有人把它翻译成这个黑湖妖潭，其中的 lagoon L-A-G-O-O-N 它是指西湖的意思。好，课文接着写到说 Henry Cavill 还获得机会有演出2020年的天才少女福尔摩斯，他饰演当中一个经典的英国角色，也就是大侦探福尔摩斯。好，那我们来看单字 detective。 detective 就是侦探、探员。Kim 老师说的 investigator 则是可以用来表达调查者或是私家侦探。这个字是拼作 investigator。好，那么刚刚麦克老师聊到说，福尔摩斯的形象一般都是老老瘦瘦的，他觉得 Henry Cavill 演的可能是比较年轻、比较壮的版本吧。这时候老师用到 version 这个字 ，version version 表示版本。那么 muscular。muscular muscular 这是可以用来形容肌肉发达的、强壮的。好，接回到课文中。
Henry Cavill, bringing Superman to life.
However, Cavill isn't just a good guy on screen. His charity work also makes him a real-life hero. In 2014, he took part in the Ice Bucket Challenge while wearing his full Superman suit to support the ALS Association. Currently, he is an ambassador for the UK's Royal Marines charity, which supports war veterans. Why does he do it? He loves to make people feel good and bring smiles to people's faces. Indeed, Henry Cavill is living proof that you don't always need to wear a cape to act like a hero.
All right, so we're well caught up with Henry Cavill's acting career. He's got a lot of interesting things happening these days, but there's much more to this handsome Hollywood hunk than just what he does on screen, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
As we see here. However, Henry isn't just a good guy on screen.
That's right.
His charity work also makes him a real-life hero. In 2014, he took part in the Ice Bucket Challenge while wearing his full Superman suit to support the ALS Association.
Wow, good for him. And even his superpowers wouldn't have saved him from the freezing cold water of the Ice Bucket Challenge. That's right, they're raising money for ALS, which is a disease also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and I'm sure you guys remember that all these celebrities were dumping icy water on themselves to raise money for this association. Now this is a group of people raising money to help fight the disease ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, but an association is basically just a group of people who get together to do something. They have a common goal, a common objective. It could be a business like the NBA, the National Basketball Association, which is a group of teams that got together to create a basketball league, or it can be a charity or something like that. Just a group of people who have a common goal, a common idea, something they want to do, and they organize, they get together in order to do it. For example, the Teachers Association will hold an emergency meeting later tonight. That's probably high school teachers from maybe all across the city or all across the country. They don't work together normally, but they're all teachers and they all have a common goal, so they get together and make an association. So, Ice Bucket Challenge was one he did a few years ago, and more recently, we read currently, or now, he is an ambassador for the UK's Royal Marines charity, which supports war veterans. Oh, so another good group, a good charity, people getting together to raise money for a good cause, but in this case, they're helping out war veterans or old soldiers, people who might have been hurt in a war and have left the army or whatever, and now they need a bit of help. He's an ambassador for the Royal Marines charity.
Okay, an ambassador is a noun that means a representative. You can be an ambassador for a country, which means you come from your home country and go to a foreign country. You represent your home country there. A lot of the time, ambassadors live and work in the embassy in the foreign country. So people think of Mike as an ambassador of the sport. Oh, very nice.
What sport is that?
You tell me.
Sleeping?
I think so.
The sport of reading books. Yes, I represent the sport of reading books.
That should be a competitive sport.
It must be Michael Jordan. I think he might be an ambassador for basketball. So he's involved in all of these different groups, these charities, you know, that kind of thing. And it does good for people, right?
Yes.
Is that basically why he does it?
So we find out, why does he do it?
I was just asking that question.
Very good. He loves to make people feel good and bring smiles to people's faces. Indeed, Henry Cavill is living proof that you don't always need to wear a cape to act like a hero.
Ah, very true. Yes, he does play Superman in the films. He is a hero. He wears a cape, as most superheroes do, or many of them do. But you don't need to look at what he does in films for proof that he does good things in real life. His actions, his work with charity, that proves it. And if you prove something, the verb tells us that you show that it is true. Proof is basically the noun form. It's a fact. It's something you can point to show that something is true. Earlier we talked about detectives. Detectives look for proof of a crime, a fingerprint, or they find the gun in the bad guy's house or something like that. They have pictures of the bad guy in the bank stealing the money. The picture, the fingerprints, the hair, the gun, this will be proof, evidence, something that exists in the real world that you can point to and say, see, this shows that what I'm saying is true. For example, I think that Jane is spreading lies about me, but I have no proof. I need to have a picture of her, get a text message that she wrote that said all those nasty things. But I'll get you, Jane. I'll find that proof. All right, well, that's about it for Henry Cavill, but not for our article for the entire day, because we still do have our What Do You Think question. So, tell me, Kim, what do you think? Why do you think Henry Cavill is well-liked by audiences?
I think people like him because not only is he talented, he also seems like a good person. He does charity work. He's an ambassador for a charity. And it seems like he is just overall a nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen him on some talk shows. He's very humble, but he's very handsome. But he, doesn't seem to be too proud of himself. He seems like a regular guy who just looks like Superman. So there you go. Be a Superman yourself in real life. Be like Henry Cavill. Help people out. And why not? Try out for a few movies. You never know when you might become a big star like him. All right, guys, that's it for us. We enjoyed our time with you. Please come back for more great articles. And until then, take care and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Henry Cavill 不但是一位健壮迷人的好莱坞演员，他其实也是现实生活中的英雄哦。Mike 老师刚刚用到 hunk 来描述他 ，H-U-N-K hunk 是用来表达健壮迷人的男子。那我们来看看 Henry Cavill 他在荧光幕下做了哪些慈善工作。好，在2014年呢，他为了支持渐冻人协会，他身穿全套的超人服装来参加冰桶挑战。那么目前呢，他则是英国皇家海军陆战队慈善基金会的大使。这个基金会呢是在资助退伍军人。好，我们补充一下，文中写到这个 ALS， 它其实又称为 Lou Gehrig's disease， 也就是我们俗称的渐冻人。这边还有两个单字 ，association 或是念作 association， 它表示协会或是社团。Ambassador 表示大使。我们顺便学一下大使馆的英文是 embassy，E-M-B-A-S-S-Y， embassy 是大使馆。好，那这边还有两个重点。第一个 take part in 加上名词或动名词是表达参与、参加，就跟 participate in 意思相同。例如 Sean and his friends will take part in the dragon boat race. Sean 和他的朋友将会参与那一场龙舟竞赛。第二个重点是 while 当连接词可以表达在什么什么时与什么什么同时。那么 while 所引导的副词子句如果跟主要子句的主词相同时，它的副词子句的主词可以省略，然后再把主动的动词改成动词 ing。以句型来看，主词加动词 while 主词加动词就可以把它简化成主词加动词 while 动词 ing。其实这样的简化方式也是分词构句的用法。好，举例来说 Some people listen to music while they study 可以简化成 Some people listen to music while studying 有些人在念书的时候听音乐。好，那么课文接着写到说 Henry Cavill 从事慈善工作的原因是他喜欢让人们感觉良好，为人们带来欢笑。他就是个活生生的例子来证明说你不一定需要穿上那些超级英雄的斗篷才能表现得像英雄一样，一般人也可以做到的哦。好，我们最后来看单字 proof 它表示证明、证据。当我们说 living proof 就可以表达活生生的例子。 好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Okay, now for the meat.
They have ground meat, fillets, and meat on the bone. What do you want?
This ought to do.
Hold on. This meat expires today. It's cheaper and much more economical.
That sounds good. Do they have anything a little leaner? I'm trying to eat healthier.
Of course. You can choose a cut that has the amount of fat you want.
Oh, it's imported from Australia. I love Australian beef.
See you next time.